Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Resining of the Living Dead. Today we are going to be doing just a real quick pour. We are going to be using this tiny giraffe mold that came from Temu. Probably about maybe an ounce and a half, maybe close to 2, maybe not even that. And then we'll use our teddy bear again today. So what we're going to use is our eye candy mica powders. We're going to use Ninja Black and Blaze Orange. We're going to do about an ounce, ounce and a half of each, and then we are going to use some glue in order to mix them down and so that they swirl and don't blend together. So first we're going to do is we are going to be using our newer resins. These were from Nick Pro, and zero that out, and we'll do about let's see, we'll go fluid ounces. We'll do about about a half, maybe 0.8 of each in here. There's 0.8 of the A, and we'll do another 0.8 of the A. .8 of the A. And don't be like me. I think in one of my previous videos I may have done half and half of the same one, so I think I did B in both. So we'll zero this out. This is definitely B. Definitely B. And we'll do 0.8. Pretty close. And 0.8 in this one. .8. Okay, so we've got 0.8 and 0.8. What we're going to do is we're going to give them a stir for a little bit, and that way, nice and slow. We got our sticks out. What we're also going to do in the meantime is we are going to take 2 more of the Dixie cups, and we are going to put a little bit of our mica powders into the cup. One thing we did do a couple times ago is put the powder in the cup and then use the isopropyl alcohol to dissolve it, and it did actually really do a good job of keeping us from having any clumped powder. So there's the black, and then here's the orange. We will use our heating pad today because we want this to cure a little bit faster so that we can get onto another video. I cannot get these bags open sometimes with these gloves, but you can see how messy they are. Alright, tap that back in there so that we don't have a huge mess later on. We're going to go ahead and get our isopropyl alcohol, and we're going to go ahead and pour a little bit in each. And we will give these a swirl. And you can see already, hopefully you can see, but you can see that there are little to no spots of powder. And isopropyl alcohol breaks it down really nicely, quickly, and then when we pour it into our resin, we'll be good to go. So what we're going to do now is we are going to gently stir our resins, and we will be back in about 4 minutes. All right, we're back. We've mixed these up for about 4.5 minutes. We are now going to go ahead and pour our mica powder mixes into our cups. And then we're going to give these a stir, and then we're going to add our glue. Make sure these are nice and blended in. Okay, let's grab our clear glue. And because these are only about an ounce, we're only going to use 1 drop in each. So we're going to go ahead and get our drop of glue on our stick. Get one on our other stick. Okay. Let's give them a swirl. And you can see on the video, hopefully you can see how quickly this stuff starts getting very thick. All right, let's mix our orange. Okay, looks good. What we are going to do is we are going to give our mold a quick spray. We want to definitely make sure that we get it down in this area because it is raised, and that is going to cause us some problems, I think. So what we're going to do is we are going to pour at an angle. So we're going to pour it at an angle, a little bit of the black, maybe a little bit of the orange first, and we're going to make sure that we work those bubbles out because they are going to be bubbles in that face area, and that's going to cause a nice problem in the end. So let's get our orange, pour a little bit in there. And you can see how it's sitting in there. So we're gonna let's do this since we're not using this guy yet. Let's put that guy at an angle, and let's pour a little bit of the black in there. And then we're gonna get that, kind of hold it to where it's pouring more down in that end, and we're gonna give it a nice little squeeze. And the ears. All right, and now let's go ahead and pour some more of the orange. We're going to go real slow because we want to make sure that we don't introduce a whole lot of bubbles. And you can see there's the feet area, the tail area up here. Alright, a little more black. We'll do up here at the feet. Let it run down. And some more orange. Starting at the feet. And that way it'll kind of run down a little bit. A little bit more at the tail. And a little bit more black. And you can see it's doing a good job of not merging together. It's doing a real good, it's, you know, staying separate, which is what we wanted. All right, and maybe one more drop of orange in there, and then what we're going to do is use our stick and just kind of swirl it around and get it pulled into the tail area. We still have plenty of it left, so let's use the back of our stick here. Just make sure that we're up into the tail and the feet. I think we are. Looks good. We'll give it a little swirl on the bottom. I can see that there is a bubble in the head. I can see a little bit of a bubble. Okay. All right. So let's give that once over with our torch. And then we will give that a spray with our alcohol. But let's go ahead and fill up our... Actually, how much we got left? We got quite a bit left. We didn't put any eyes in this one, but yeah, let's not do that. Let's find a different mold. Yeah, let's use our bear. That was the plan. I know we have plenty of it, so we're going to have more than we need. So we're just going to pour. We'll pour the orange. And then some black. I really like these mica powders. I like how vivid and bright they are. There'll be a link on the video description if you're interested in trying them out. The sample packs are really nice because you get a whole lot of different options to try out, and even the samples have quite a bit. I mean, we're still working on what we have from the original sample packs. So there will be a link to purchase. It is an affiliate link, so everything goes to help out the channel. We'll be adding more molds, more resin, more everything. So okay, and a little bit more orange here in the front. Looks good. And one little more drop of black there on the bottom. Perfect. And we still have enough, so we're going to be able to do something else. Let's see. really really like to use bird houses, so the bird hangers. So let's just go ahead and do a see how much we got to do the bird in black and orange. As a baseball fan, the Orioles are my favorite team, so it kind of works out that way. Don't think it's going to be enough to do the entire bird, but we'll see. Oh, that's pretty. That's going to come out nice. That's good. Then we just have to do the house part. And we can do that in a tan or a brown. Alrighty. And let's get the last of the orange out of here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to wipe off the table and then get our heating pad out. That way we can have a bit of a faster cure. So we will be back in about 4 hours once this is done to see how it goes. See it on that side. All right, we're back to demold. Let's start with the bear. Have these on our heating pad. I think they're going to be a little soft, but we'll see. Yeah, they're a little soft, so I'm going to throw them in the refrigerator after I get them out of the molds. Oops. There's the bear. Oops, make sure he's in the camera. All right. Cross our fingers on this one and hope that we did enough of the bubbles. It is a little soft. I think we might have wanted to wait a little bit, but let's see. Yeah, he's really soft. Well, let's just go gently. Yeah, we'll zoom in a little bit as we see this disaster waiting to happen. Wow, it is really, really on there. I'm really afraid I'm going to snap the neck off. You can see how soft it is. Alright, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put this in the freezer for a little bit. And this one I think we can, because this is thin. Let's see how the bird came out. Oh, that's cool. Oops. And the birdhouse for it. This is that brown. It came out really nice. It came out really, there's some really cool tones in here. So what'll happen is we'll get our resin and we'll pop him in like this, and we'll have a little bit of a a black and orange bird. So what we're going to do for a moment is we're going to go ahead and pop this guy into our freezer to harden him up for maybe about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we will be back to demold him. See you in a moment. All right, well, after a little bit in the freezer, we got it out of the mold, and there's a bubble in the face. All the squeezing in the mold and doing our best to avoid that, we didn't avoid it. So we will give it another try later on. Maybe we'll have better results. I don't know. I don't know why we got that bubble. Maybe it's the mold. Maybe it's just when you have that hook here in the face, how it kind of comes around, that maybe it's just going to be too hard to do it without a bubble. But we'll try it again another time. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please hit that like button. And if you hit the subscribe button, you'll get notifications when the other videos get released. Try to do a couple a week. See you on the next one.